I mean, this is a big initiative. After a long time, we see a big event in Hyderabad. And can you elaborate? It's a show time. I can start with that. So, what is the kind of investment plans and opportunities will be here and about the program? If you can elaborate on that.
The reason for the program, the reason for why we're here in Hyderabad is all about education. It's critical that stakeholders in India, whether they are potential investors or attorneys or brokers, that they have a very clear understanding about what the EB5 program is, how it works, what the risks are, and importantly, how it's changed. Recently in the United States, there's been new laws passed that have updated the program, and we thought it was very important for us to be here in Hyderabad, in Bangalore. We were in Mumbai, we were in Delhi before that, speaking with people directly. It's way better than Zoom, and it's time for us to be back and talking with people, so that's why we're here.
So, in other cities, like you said, you covered Bangalore, you covered Delhi and Bombay. What are the points they were missing and you actually focused on it? And will you elaborate? And people were lacking on it.
A lot of the questions that we got were very basic. What are the new investment amounts? Where can those investments be made? Is it possible if I make an investment that my son or daughter can come with me in the process? A lot of this information I think was known, but because there were changes to the law, it was important for us to revisit it. And some of the information actually has changed. Years ago, the minimum investment amount for an EB5 visa seeker was $500,000 USD. Now it's $800,000. So there's been a bit of an increase. However, the program has also stabilized. Previously in the United States, the EB5 program was alive for 1 year, and then we would wait. And then it would be revitalized for 1 year, and then we would wait. Now it's been revitalized for 5 years, and we've got a very long runway and a fantastic platform for stability.
So, how you see as a broad vision if India collaborated with this country? Like, what broad vision you come up with?
Wow. Well, I can tell you this, that every year there are 700 EB5 visas allocated to India. If all 700 were utilized, times a minimum of $800,000 per, that's a lot of money for economic development in the United States. It creates a lot of jobs in the United States. And nobody should ever forget that these are investments. These are individuals that are not only seeking permanent residence in the United States, but they're also making an investment. They want a return on that investment. And 9 times out of 10, 99 out of 100, these investments do pay off. So not only is it creating wealth in the United States, but for the Indian investor who puts $800,000, $1 million USD into a project, they get their capital back plus interest. And that's really what it's all about.
Are you trying to explore more of the sectors also besides what you have established right now?
Well, what do you mean when you say sectors? You mean populations within India?
Not about the sectors like you said trade, you said on economy and education. Other sectors, options. Different options also be given? You want to explore on that?
We're open to any and all options that would ever be possible. This particular event, this series of events, is intended to educate stakeholders about EB5. The nature of the investments that they make, boy, there are a lot of options there. And I have seen real estate development, I have seen infrastructure, I have seen energy projects, I have seen education projects, healthcare projects. So the number of options are limitless. And if there is an interest in Hyderabad among the tech sector in making an investment in tech projects in the United States, EB5 tech projects, well, this will be the place to begin talking about it.
Yes, sir. So today I think the focus will be on this only, the tech process, if we talk about you're in Hyderabad. So today's session will be all about, as the people have started approaching you and have coming up some questions, right now you're taking up questions from the people from Hyderabad.
Yeah, a lot of questions. And as I said, a lot of the questions are just, hey, I want to make sure that the program's still whatever the question is. But a lot of questions are about how's the program changed in the United States. In the United States, this has been a real political football, if you understand my meaning.
Yes.
People have been, it's very contentious. Immigration in the United States in general is a contentious issue. So there have been a lot of changes and there's been a lot of fighting and debate, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of the questions that we're getting are, well, How has it changed? Am I more secure? Am I less secure if I make one of these investments? Are my chances of securing a U.S. green card increased, or are they, tell me, because there's been a lot of news and we don't understand. So a lot of the questions have been around not only, hey, we want to make sure the program still works this way, but we heard now that there's changes. What are those changes about? And that's really what we're answering.
And if we talk about the city's tour, how was your experience? Like, are you getting good approach? And if we talk about the potential of the city of Hyderabad, so what have research has been gone through, and you are looking forward?
We have had incredible welcome and participation in each of the cities we've been in. I expect nothing less here in Hyderabad, and I expect nothing less in Bangalore as well. But I think it's testament to the demand that is pent up for EB5 investment. I think since the consternation and the debate and the lapse of the program in the United States, compounded with COVID-19 and the pandemic, I think a lot of people are just very anxious to make their moves, understand what their investment opportunities are going to be like, and begin engaging in the process. And so we have seen full rooms, great capacity, a lot of questions, and it's been very reassuring and happy to see. I expect nothing but the same in Bangalore. I can't wait to go.
So we just end up by knowing the three crispy things, or you attract people, or three things you think that has to be focused on, and you will get it if you participate or be a part of this event.
Three things that people need to know. One, you're going to understand how the program has changed. And you're going to understand, number two, how the program actually works now. What do you need to do to engage in the EB5 process? Who are the type of people that you need to talk to? And number three is, what can I expect after I do engage? How can I get information back? How do I manage my investment? When do I get my investment back? All of those sorts of questions. So how is it working now? How do I get engaged? What can I expect once I am engaged? Those are what we're trying to answer, and those are the three things I'd focus on.
After the event also, people have inquiry, they wanted to inquire about it or have some doubts. So is it any social media connection also you're using, the Facebook, Instagram, online, they can connect with the team or, with the way they wanted to connect it?
IIUSA.org is a fantastic resource for anybody doing research on the EB5 program. And I do believe that a lot of our sponsors are here with their materials who have other direct social media and website resources that I would advise anybody who's curious about the program to use as well.
And next cities, all this covered after Hyderabad?
Bangalore, and then I fly home. And then
coming back to Hyderabad?
And I would love to come back to Hyderabad. This is my first time to India, so I've had a lot to learn about jet lag. Apparently it's real.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.